Hello everybody, it's Brodie from the Fiteracy Network, just welcoming you to the first webinar, which will start this Wednesday, the 21st of October at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. If you can't make it, we will be posting a replay link for that and for all the other webinars that we run through the Fiteracy Network. So before we started, I just wanted to quickly introduce myself, my father, and a couple of the other important people in the Fiteracy Network who have been pinnacle to us, encouraging parents to become great teachers and local community members to take on Fiteracy. This is me. I'm an exercise physiologist who has been working in the area for the last 20 years. I started off working with children and then graduated into working with 0 to 5 years and their parents. And now I work in the area of older adults as well, and all my programs utilise the Fiteracy framework, where we encourage talking, reading, writing, drawing, and a love for books as well as a love for exercise. This is my father, Associate Professor Brian Camborne, who's very well known throughout the world for his theories on learning and the development of the Camborne's conditions of learning, which is the pinnacle or the framework for what Fiteracy has been developed off. So as we delve more into these webinars, you'll learn a little bit more about my father's Camborne's conditions of learning. And for those people that have been following my father for years, we invite you to share how you have used those in your programs or your education sessions or the schools that you work in. This is me and my brother. That's me on the left in the blue uniform. So the reason I put this up is just to give you a little example of how we learnt as a child and how through Fiteracy I've tried to weave some of these great experiences through a lot of the programs that I've developed. So we lived in the country. We walked to the school bus. This is our family photo at school. And as most of you know, a family photo, you're supposed to be looking in pristine condition. We had a lot of adventures on the way to school, on the bus, before we got to school, and we were encouraged to run around and talk and draw and be as active as possible. So that's why when I work with children and families now, I find it really important to get them outdoors and running around and be active children. So for those people who know me, you would recognise the fact that I've got my school uniform on back to front there, and often I'm still wearing my clothes back to front nowadays. So I thought I'd just pop that in to let you know what my growing up years were like. This is a colleague of mine, Deb Blakely, who is an accredited dietitian in Australia. She works in Brisbane, Queensland. She utilises the Fiteracy framework to weave it through her Kids Dig Food workshops. And she's the first nutritionist to take on the Fiteracy framework to encourage kids to talk, draw, read, write, and play with their food to develop a healthy attachment to food and healthy diets in families. This is Joanne Turner. She's a registered nurse and a fitness professional. She has started a business called Little Big Fitness, which she runs on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. She was a parent of mine who was a passionate reader and communicator, and so she took on the Fiteracy framework to develop Little Big Fitness, which she hopes to start running through childcare centres. She combining her passion for art, as you can see her art in the background, along with her passion for health and fitness and her love for books. She's developed a really unique program to encourage parents and children to read and exercise together. So programs that use the Fiteracy teaching framework support the following principles, and we'll learn more about these through the webinars as we start to roll them out. Every program supports a low anxiety learning environment. All the programs support parent or partner inclusive learning. We focus on the strengths of the child and the parent and the partner as a platform for more learning. And every program includes any activity that encourages literacy development, such as reading, talking, drawing, playing, and writing. So some of the areas that we also go into are the fascinating areas of neuroplasticity, and we are weaving those through all the programs in the 0 to 2, 0 to 5 school age, and now in the older adults programs. So we're really excited to start to weave some of this into your programs and see how your activities can demonstrate the effect of the wonderful world of neuroplasticity. We're also very attached to the natural environment and believe that parents and children need that outdoor time to develop a love for physical activity, and some of the studies that I'll introduce you to through the webinars are the link between the outdoor environment and our own health. So the aim of the Fiteracy Network is to connect like-minded people whilst also sharing our strategies for lesson plan design, sharing some of our data together so that we can together as a group, as a collective, start to present the impact of these 4 principles on the learning of parents, children and older adults. Of recent times, in the last 2 years, I've started a network called the Shoalhaven Allied Health Network, which I will talk to you more about in the webinars. And that involves linking allied health professionals such as your physios and your chiropractors, your osteopaths, your audiologists, etc., with your GP centres. So linking them directly to your practice nurses, your practice managers and your GPs. And also then link those groups through to community programs such as some of the programs that Deb Blakely and Joanne and I were running up in Queensland. So what we're looking for now is to try and connect those networks, your allied health networks, through to your community networks, and in those community networks will be some of you who hopefully will take on some of the Fiteracy principles. So with the Shoalhaven Allied Health Network, presently we run fictional case study meetings where we may have 10 people at a table and 4 tables running at a time. They're presented with a fictional case study, and amongst that group, a solutions-focused program is developed on how that fictional case study can move around the different programs and health professionals more easily. So we develop streamlined referral pathways and just getting to know each other and each other's programs, each other's methods for engaging participants and families has been a really wonderful and useful activity. So through the Fiteracy Network, I'm looking to run some fictional case study meetings online for you to meet each other. I'm also going to encourage you to present presentations together. So, for example, Deb Blakely and another exercise physiologist in the Brisbane area who has expressed an interest in coming on board may decide to put a presentation together for 10 minutes on how an exercise physiologist and a dietitian could work together using the Fiteracy principles to improve the health journey for that family. And lastly, some of the activities that we'll conduct through the network will be learning more about the usefulness of collective impact evaluation. So how pulling all our data together can be of benefit to all of us. So I'm looking forward to meeting you all on Wednesday night, and welcome to the network, and looking forward to sharing your ideas, sharing our ideas, and developing the network further. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.